What's up, everyone? So this is going to be kind of probably a silly video, but now that I have decided that I'm going to use my previous version of the the previous version of my Osprey Aura on my through height next year, I wanted to share with y'all how I literally cut some of the weight off of my pack. I'm going to go through everything that I took off of this pack to get it down to about 3.5 pounds. Now, obviously, the biggest thing, the heaviest thing, is going to be the floating lid. This is definitely going to be the majority of the weight, so if you just simply didn't use this, you would be cutting off a good portion of the weight, and you really wouldn't need to do anything else. However, once I went down the road of trying to be as ultralight as possible, I got really obsessed with taking every gram and ounce possible off of this pack to see just how low I could get it. So that is why I am making this video. Right off the bat, I had these little toggles on both sides that corresponded, or at least for how I use them, corresponded with these loops. I removed this loop from the other side of the pack, and then I also removed the little tongle thing from the little bungee cord from this section. So both of those were removed. Another thing I did right off the bat was remove the red straps that are always at the top, the compression strap or something. I never used that. I thought it was a waste of time. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might cut that off. I kind of like having that there, but I'll never use it for a water bladder, so I might cut that off actually. Another thing, and I just did this because my mom said she did the other day. I never use this access point, so I took the little things that make it easier to open. I took those off, and now I'm actually going to open that so I can show you what I removed on the inside. Okay, this one's going to be hard to see. But on the inside, there was a strap. It was just like one piece of material that was connected down here in the corners and possibly up on the top ones as well. It was the divider for the bottom zipper access and the rest of the internal section. I removed that little flap in there because I don't care about the separation. In fact, if I could remove this zipper and sew all of this up on the bottom, that would be great, but I'm not going to do all that. So let's close that back up. So actually, another thing that I was sitting here looking at before I started recording, I actually never used these either. I'm kind of concerned about removing those and then wishing I had them, but I never use those, so I may take those off as well. Okay, on both sides, I left the clips up top, the straps and the clips, which I am glad that I left those on there, but I removed the ones that were attached at the top of the pocket. Where did they go? They were attached at the top of the pocket, and then they came in here and connected to this little buckle with a strap, and then it connected back down here. I cut all that off, didn't need it, and I cut that off of both sides of the pack. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be kind of silly, but I did remove this. I kind of wish I had not removed that, because that is what you can pull out in order to reach in and grab your water bottle or put it back in. And now I don't have that on there. So I also took these straps that you pull down the shoulder straps with. These were really long, so I cut these and then sewed up the ends. Totally not necessary, but I wanted to do that because the straps were just so long. And then this hip belt strap is so thick, and it was also so long, so I did the same thing with that. There was like a little loop down here at the end, so I just cut it all the way up to where the sewed part was, man, y'all, I can't talk today. Okay, it's a Monday. It's after work. I can't talk. I think that's about all that I like physically cut off the pack. And I did that like a year ago, so I already threw all this stuff away. I did weigh it at the time, but Lord, I don't remember how much it was. But trying to think if there's anything else I want to remove. I thought about trying to remove these buckles up here, but then I was like, okay, if I ever actually want to use the floating lid again, that would be stupid. I don't know. I really might cut these off. Once I get going on these, I really just want to keep on cutting stuff. I think that's about it. I'm going to look through if there's anything else I can cut off right quick. And then I'll weigh it. Okay, I went and got some scissors. I'm going to cut this little thing off. Oh my God. There goes probably 1 gram. Okay. Man, I don't know. I'm really struggling with if I should cut these off. I never use them. I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to do it so in a way so that I want the bottom portions to be cut so that it can slide out. And then I'm not necessarily going to need this, but this will allow me to attach something later if I want to. So I'm going to leave that part connected. So now these stringies are gone. Well, I kind of want to cut those off too. Okay, let me stop. Okay. See, I'll get going and want to keep cutting stuff. Y'all can ignore this mess I got going on back here because I'm getting ready for my hike and took everything out of this pack just so I could make this video. Okay, just so y'all can see, 3.4 is the total weight on this. 5.8 just for the lid. Okay, I had to go do the math on this. So, standard version of this with everything included is 4.1 pounds. I've got this down to 3.4 pounds, and the floating lid by itself is 5.8 ounces. So the 4.1 down to the now 3.4 is a difference of 0.7 pounds. 0.7 is 11.2 ounces. Okay, so then minus the 5.8 ounces from the floating lid, that means that I removed another 5.4 ounces. Big whoop-de-doo. However, I feel fine about that. So I got this pack down from 4.1 down to 3.4, and really, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. Let's be honest, it doesn't. But there is so much excess on this pack that I really didn't feel like I would be missing anything that I took off. And so far, I haven't at all. So that's how I literally cut the weight off of this pack. And even though it's not an ultralight pack, it's lightweight enough for me. And I don't really care about that anymore because it carries weight so incredibly well. So, hope y'all enjoyed this absolutely ridiculous video, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.